Dathel looks at you for a few minutes and goes, I see. I understand. A man's got to have code. Well, good luck in sticking to it. And he turns to Dadriel and Jovan and goes, come with me.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Time to chill Percival outside.
Okay.
Gotta go walk my cat. Do you have a leash for Percival?
This is going to be problematic because if we get keeper knowledge that we can't share with you, we're going to
I'm confused. What are you thinking right now?
I look at the building.
Okay.
Is it cat-proof?
It's a slender building that goes up like this. It has kind of, every about 15 feet or so, it has a singular thin, like about this long, golden edge going around it that's been worn down with time, and a small window on either side going up to the top of the tower.
So what you're telling me, it's not cat-proof.
It's a pretty sheer surface. It would be difficult for even a cat to climb.
Percival isn't just
You do not want Percival killed in your first level.
I know.
Give Percival wings. Enlarge Percival.
No, what's in my wardrobe? What's in
you have
my
it back?
wardrobe? I can spell run if something's really good.
You like
the scarf of the river bandit.
Okay.
Did you say 15 feet?
Yeah. You got a spell burn?
I think I can get the scarf of the river bandit.
Alrighty. Phone it. It's over here. Bring it back. I gotta get out your alternate spell burn table.
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Heat it.
It.
Okay, that is a 14.
14, good.
Percival gets his scarf.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's see what you give up for it. So okay, so roll a d20 and add 1 and subtract your luck modifier if any.
I can't remember. I do. It was a 5.
5?
Yeah.
The wizard must place his hand into an open flame.
For how long?
And it doesn't say.
Where's getting an open flame here?
I'm gonna say long enough for it to hurt.
Torch.
Alright, I do my torch and I...
You light the torch and just... So you're just
like it assumes that you have a fire starter, I suppose.
Sure.
If you have
you reach over and stick your hand in the flame. It burns your flesh for 2 points of damage.
Oh, get burned.
Alright. Alright, shame. Okay, so Percival now has the
scarf?
The scarf.
Okay.
His reach is increased by 10 feet.
Yeah.
With his jump, bet he can get up there.
He uses it to slingshot himself up to the higher part of the window.
Oh my gosh. Daredevil.
And leaps silently up, easily with the scarf.
Nice.
He peers back down at you and goes, 2 lavender baths.
Got it. I now see through his eyes.
Okay, and peers in. You peer in watching.
Yes.
As you
so
do
I
so-
am getting the same information that they are, but...
Secret.
Wait, the cat likes
Secret.
bats?
Stealing from the keeper.
Some cats do. Some cats do.
Lavender baths.
Yeah. This is how I get my information. I earn it. My steal.
Datho leads Jovan and Datho.
Well, I mean,
inside.
When he's
having
looking through his
Percival
cat's
do it.
eyes, does his eyes like glaze over and he can't see where his body is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to hunch over and, put over my robe, appear as if I'm taking a nap.
Yeah. He leads Dadriel and Jovan in. Inside
Let's
Coffer,
see. I have an extra point.
you can see that there are several what looks to be
Extra
like
strength.
old countertops and golden looking iron bars, like they've been painted to look gold, going down in front of them. You can tell at one time it was probably some sort of bank, probably a counter or a clerk, something along those lines. You can see that there, in the back of this tower, there is an intricate-looking winch and crank system that's connected to an elevator to rise up different levels in the building. You also notice that the crankshaft goes down as well. So Datho leads you into the main hall, and it goes, into the elevator, friends, and leads you in.
You going up?
Yeah.
Okay.
They climb into the elevator.
What's an elevator?
Yeah, well, the lift, then. He climbs into the
What is
elevator. He climbs into the elevator and cranks the shaft and goes. Yeah, the mechanics surprise you, but as it activates, it begins to click and slowly rise up higher. Counterweight's going down on the other side.
oh.
So Percival looks back down at you, and you see through his eyes, and he looks down and looks up at the higher window. Give me an agility check for Percival.
What is his agility?
It's a +6.
+6. All right, that's a 25.
Yes, easily. So with the Scarf of the Riverbend, he scales to the next level and peers in through the window. You guys raise up a couple of levels, going through floors, and eventually stop at one of the higher levels and get off. You can see that this room is prepared probably for just such this purpose. Or doing... It looks like an all-purpose ritual room.
Sure.
Where they would try various things out.
There's like burn marks on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. There's old like spell markings and runes. And
they've been partially erased.
It's the magical community center.
Yeah, it's like these play mats they use multiple times, and there's like shadows of other maps that are on there. It's like, wait, is that the symbol to the demon god of like virgin sacrifice?
You can see like symbols, and then they're scratched out the symbols, and they're scratched out the symbols.
Well, you make mistakes.
So you guys make your way in, and Frederick and Datho step out on the elevator and goes, Jovan, Dadriel, and your sponsor Frederick, you will take this task together. And you guys, he tells you, please kneel over there. And Frederick goes over and does so.
We follow suit.
Yes.
Okay. Datho makes his way over and grabs a bowl off of one part of the countertop and swings his finger around in it and goes, hold on a moment. And he makes his way over to the elevator and cranks the shaft and goes down.
Okay, bye.
While you guys are sitting alone there in the hall, Frederick goes, I do hope this will be helpful to you, and you'll be helpful to us. After a few more moments, the crankshaft comes back up, and Datho comes, and you can see that the bowl is full now with some kind of black paint, or whatever, a dye. And he comes over, and he reaches his index finger down into it, and wipes, and says, close your eyes.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't blue eyeshadow, is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look fabulous.
My drawings make things canon.
He closes your eyes and draws a singular blue line down one of your eyes, and you recall the keeper's symbol that you saw in the tavern that night, and draws it down your eye. And he goes, "Trust is equal, trust is gained. To these two in."
I'm stealing it.
Yeah. Trust is equal, trust is gained. To these two grant the vision to see beyond the veil. O Lower, come and make their knowledge infinite like your own.
Ooh. Sexy.
And he steps back and goes, keep your eyes closed.
You got it.
Of course.
And Frederick goes, please keep your eyes closed.
I tell Percival, close your eyes.
Percival stares forward and goes, give me a will save, Percival.
God.
Plus 1.
10.
Percival keeps his eyes open.
God damn it, Percival.
You're gonna get cursed.
I'm looking through his eyes. Percival, close your fucking eyes.
I mean, I kind of feel like I should keep them open. This seems kind of cool.
Oh no.
So you
peer familiar.
All right.
You peer in and you see that Datho has left and gone back to another part of the room and reaches into a drawer and opens the top part of the drawer. Now your two eyes are closed, but he opens the top part of this drawer and there's a velvet inlining in it.
Do we hear any of that?
Yeah, you hear a like he's
okay.
opening a drawer. Inside this drawer, nested in the velvet inlining, are strange-looking multicolored slugs.
Ooh.
What?
He picks up 2 of these, tiny ones of these, and makes his way back over to Jovan and Dadriel. He goes, all right. Welcome to the Keepers. And he says that he places both of the slugs right next to your eyes, on your face.
Mm-hmm.
The slugs, Percival sees this, the slugs wiggle a bit in size, and then shrink down and slither into Jovan and Dadriel's eyeballs, like in the eye sockets.
We don't feel this at all?
No, you feel it.
Oh.
It's just like... It feels really awkward.
Wait, so one slug each in that one eye? Each. Okay.
Percival, I think we can both agree. That's real gross.
Oh, I'm gonna barf. Alright. So Datho makes his way away.
The ceremony's interrupted by a up in the rafters.
What's that?
It's like cat throwing up on it. It's like, hey, what's going on? There should be a fortitude save.
Datho makes his way away and shuts the drawer again. And makes his way back. And folds his hands back and forth a couple times and goes, "You may open your eyes."
I do.
Okay.
Can we still see?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So
Okay, cool.
you open your eyes wide for a moment, and for the briefest flash of a minute, you don't see the tower that you're in. You see a far and distant world, just with a massive, long-reaching plain, and then you see a whole bunch of like high tripoded creatures stomping about on the plain, just moving very slowly across this
Like
distant
three-legged creatures.
three-legged creature.
Like War of the
Like, what do
Worlds?
they look like?
Kind of, yeah.
Alright.
Do they look like?
It's too fast to see. Just moving slowly across the plain, and then the vision blinks away.
They're coming. or not.
We're the forward guard. We are here to create the gateway to open up the doors for our alien overlords.
And
that sounds about right.
Datho looks at you and goes, "What have you seen?
What?
What have you seen? Even the briefest of glimpses."
A world. An alien world, nothing like ours. A vast plain with creatures, large. Biggest buildings. 3 legs, giant bulbous. They're like myconoids, except much, much larger. You know those mushroom creatures that live in the Underdark?
Yes.
Yeah, except they were like 3 stories high, wandering around on a vast plain.
I see. An interesting vision for your 1st time.
Mm-hmm.
You will learn.
Wait, do we have the same vision?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we did. Like I agree. That's what I saw.
You will
Sort of.
learn the Keeper's main ability as time goes on. Our god is reduced currently, but we still do have his singular ability of sight. I will teach it to you in a moment. It is the completing part of the ritual.
Ooh. There's more?
Yeah.
Does it hurt less?
Yes, it hurts less.
Right.
So he makes his way.
Hey, it's less complicated than the Thieves Guild ritual, so it's much nicer.
It's true. All right. Hold on a sec here.
What's the Thieves Guild ritual?
Depending on the guild, it can be like super long things, like really complicated tasks. To like these memorizing like entire like books. Have you ever been have you ever heard of friends who've been initiated into fraternities where they make you memorize like this insane number of rolls and secret handshakes and stuff like that? So some of the guilds have that kind of thing, and then other guilds, depending on what the guild specialty is, will be like, oh, your job is to steal the such and such from this really ridiculous place, and it can take you weeks.
Or you gotta cut off one of your own fingers for a special knife.
Yeah, those are terrible guilds. Nobody likes those.
Yeah, those aren't fun.
He comes.
Soon they'll figure it out.
He comes
How to
walking
do it
back
without cutting off
with
a finger.
2 strands of hair. He goes,
Maybe eventually.
"These are the strands of hair of a young youth from the city, much like yourself, Dadriel. A pesky little punk who has caused much trouble for the Keepers in the past."
Ooh, is it a rat?
Then he looks around and goes, "I don't know. These hairs were brought to me."
Oh, okay.
And he
Oh,
I hate that kid.
lame. Hope it's
looks-
Elrat.
and
He's my nemesis.
he sets
He's
two
never
wooden he sets 2 wooden bowls in front of you with some kind of flammable liquid in them, and lights them on fire. And he goes, "You should now have the ability to complete this ritual." And he tosses the hair pieces into the fire, and they burn, and the smoke curls up, and goes, "Inhale the smoke deeply." All right.
The smell of victory.
Each of you give me intelligence checks.
Oh no. I can't make intelligence checks. That's my only weakness.
19.
Wow. 2.
2. Okay. So Jovan's head reels back, and Dadriel sees before this affects him that Jovan's eyes cloud over suddenly. Jovan, you suddenly see high above the city of Lier, just up like a bird's eye view.
Oh.
And then suddenly you zoom down in right towards where the Grand Prism is. You know that huge tower in the
cool.
center? You zoom down, deep down, and you can see deep below the deep into the Grand Prism in some forgotten room. Laid out on a table is Elrat. You can see that his arm is
Nice.
partially off, and he's looking around, and there are groups of followers standing around him. There's one follower in there who wears a geometric white robe, right? He kind of has it strapped on himself. And he has these oddly shaped optic-like goggles on. They look like two kind of Usopp's goggles from One Piece.
Mhm.
They look like two pullover goggles like that, except there's one bar here and they split off, and they're pearl white colored. And he bends over El Rat and reaches into a vat near him and pulls out and dips his hand in and pulls it out, and you can see that there is a whole glob of metal on his hand. And El Rat goes, "Wait, what are you doing?" And he looks over and he places the metal on the stump where El Rat's missing arm is, and places it there and goes, "Ah!" And El Rat goes, "Ah! Ah! And then he just starts screaming, and then you zoom out and you get knocked back.
Uh-oh.
You see, zooming high above into a bird's eye view of the air, it looks around, and then the grand prism just kind of lights up a little bit, like becomes more prominent in your vision, and then your vision ends. That is the power of the keepers. That is Lauer's ability. Lauer's ability.
Yes, that helps you find people.
This is not the only use for this witch roll. As time goes on, you will find that you can acquire many other forms of information using this simple ability.
Nice.
The ceremony is complete.
Yay! Is this now the punch and pie reception?
Yeah.
Where you shake hands and say, "Hey, Bill!"
Time for dancing!
Yeah. It's like where people are revealed to be members of the Keepers that you never knew. It's like, hey!
Like the curtains come back and like all these keepers come out. Like, yeah, you did it!
They remove their masks. It's like, hey!
Frederick stands up and goes, "All right, my friends. Well, I believe it's time to tell you all about Savannah's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please.
Merek, of course, can be privy to this.
All
He's
right.
quite involved. We'll need his help."
We turn to the cat in the window.
You don't know about the cat in the window.
Percival turns to
We
you.
always expect there to be a cat in the window.
What now, boss? Seems like they're done.
Leap down.
Use your cat leaping powers.
Let's see if they leave.
Well, no, have
to come
Percival
get
come
me, I
down
need
and
you
be
to
like,
come
I was
meet
here the
me
whole
here
time.
first.
Okay. So Percival uses his cat nimbleness to scrabble down the
If
tower.
they are they
Yeah, they're
leaving?
leaving. They're
Okay.
back to the lift.
All right.
Percival uses his cat nimbleness to scrabble down the tower. So
Which is
Dathel,
way easier.
so Dathel leads you to the lift and leads you down to the lower level, and then leads you back out and back to where Merrick's
And
sitting.
before they arrive, I go, Percival, put the scarf away. Put it away.
It's a very nice scarf.
Put it away.
He flips it over on his back and starts playing with it, and then it disappears.
Because if I cast it through him, he's the one that has to disperse it.
Oh, really?
No, but I'm making that up.
Oh, okay.
So Dathel,
I like that rule though.
That's a good rule.
So Dathel, Frederick,
Because it's kind of like a little more powerful. I can have him have the effects as well. So
Yeah.
I figure he gets to decide.
Dadriel and Jovan come out, and Frederick goes, "Right,
I'm gonna.
We're holding one of those cheap little plastic cups filled with ginger ale, a small plate with some cake.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pretend. I'm gonna continue pretending I'm taking a nap, and Percival should hopefully pretend to take a nap as well.
Percival's just running around." Dathel comes over and pats you on the
He's
shoulder.
running. And
Always
start-
full of energy when I need him to sleep, and always sleeping when I need him to be full of energy.
Cats.
Dathel comes over and pats you on the shoulder and goes,
Huh? Yes.
and he glares at you a bit.
All done.
Yes. This requires the attention of all the keepers. To the amphitheater.
Ooh,
And he strides off.
exciting. We go sit with the other keepers now, because we're in.
We
Yeah.
still have our nice
Finally.
blue line.
Yes.
Right? Or-
Yeah. So you guys make your way over, and the other keepers acknowledge, and you go, "Oh, new initiate, so nice to meet you." And they hand you
Good to meet you.
Come on down to Sloppy Joe's. We'll give you a discount.
Yeah.
they hand you 2 black robes if you'd like them.
Ooh, I will take one.
Yeah.
Mine's
Keepers on the
indisposed at the moment.
Wait, what does it say?
It just has the symbol of the keepers.
Oh, okay. I thought it said that. I thought you said the property of the
Wait,
keepers.
Property of the keepers.
I thought the keepers were like subtle.
They only wear these robes when they're meeting.
Dude, this is
Oh,
it's their
okay,
meeting
okay.
robes.
Yeah.
Because if someone finds them when they're meeting, they need to know it's a keeper meeting.
Hey,
They do. Wouldn't they want that to be like?
I'm making a joke.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to.
hey, the key to organizations is the t-shirts and outfits.
That's true.
Look, you don't.
true.
Without good graphic design,
Yeah.
people aren't interested in your product.
It's all about branding.
There's going to be
It is
some
all
things that
about
don't make
branding.
sense whenever you're dealing with an organized religion.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way over to the amphitheater, and Frederick steps up on the podium. And Dathel goes, "Friends, fellow keepers, and adjunct Merek. We will now hear the story and tale of Savannah's.
Ooh.
The plague about to hit our city. If we ever plan on completing our primary goal, we will need to get rid ourselves of this pest. Especially considering that it was partially our fault that he was released in the city in the first place.
True, Dad.
Frederick,
You still have the gauntlet, right?
Oh, yeah.
I do. I'm not wearing it, but it's in my.
Okay.
Frederick has been working hard, presenting and gathering all the information necessary on this matter. I will let him speak to it. Frederick. And Dathos shuffles away. Frederick stands up. When we first learned of the coffin, the place of Savannah's rest, we didn't think that it was much of a big deal. We did know that he was a sorcerer who used to live in this very city after the Torque barbarian clan sacked it many, many years ago.
What?
Torque Barbarian Clan.
They're not these barbarians.
No.
No,
right? Okay.
different clan.
All right.
Yes, indeed, my fellow keepers. His dig site still remains far to the northwest of here. It leads down to Dath's shore if you go down deep enough, where the old dragon bones still may reside. I believe our friend Jovan might have one in his possession. Do you still have that gauntlet you pulled off of Elrad?
Ah, yes. Yes, I do. And I take it out.
Yes, you will notice the bit of bone there.
Yeah,
And
there is.
he points to the shard of purplish bluish gem. Yes. Dragon bones. Sources of power. These are the bones of, one of the two great
By the
sea
way.
serpent avatars. These repel, the other ones draw in. Ancient texts have a word for it. Massetism? Magatasm? Magnetism. That's it.
Oh, so there's a north dragon and a south dragon?
Oh. Okay, alright.
Anyway, Savannus was a sorcerer who used the Torque barbarian clans and Uit, their leader, to his own ends. His plan was to gather enough of the dragon bones up and then head off northward to sack cities on the way and basically conquer this side of the Aquamarine. His plan failed, however, when he was taken down by purifiers from Falstad far across the waters, and Knights of Io. They ritually burned him and put his coffin in a temple of protection far off in the wastes. Now, we have long known about the location of this place. Unfortunately, the Vesperillo also got wind of it. There were rumors, and now we know them to be true, that looking into the eyes of Savannus' corpse would give you the ability to see your death, or at least the current death that you were assigned. You can see how this might be useful to a member of a thieves/assassins guild. Yes. Anyway, the Vesperillo desired Savannus' corpse. We had to move it, and thus, my brothers, we voted. You remember, we all voted unanimously to find a group of slightly inexperienced, inconspicuous, and he coughs it a couple of times and goes,
It's okay, we understand. We're not that good.
yes, exactly.
The word you're looking
Scapegoats.
for is inconspicuous, inexperienced, and ingenious.
Yes.
I was thinking more like expendable, but sure.
To move the coffin through the city and get it to one of our various ships to sail it out further,
Now,
and perhaps bury it in the sea
Why not?
somewhere.
Why not have an experienced group?
Draws attention.
Yes, precisely.
What is the great group blank doing with that coffin?
Well, I
Must be
mean, had
something
we been a
great.
stronger group, we may have been able to fend off that attack.
Had we had known that another group was looking into it,
Had
I'm
we
sure
known-
we'd been a little bit more prepared.
Which was a fault of ours. We were not aware that the Vesperillo had penetrated our network as far as they had. Which brings me to my final point.
That one of us in this room is a traitor?
Precisely. Xavier, and he looks up at one of the halflings sitting high above, and the halfling kind of looks around for a minute, and then bolts.
Oh. Is there anyone near
It
enough?
wasn't
Do we try to go after?
telling you to join them to betray them. It was telling you that there was a betrayer.
No, that's him betraying.
Oh, that's right, because they were killing. You were killing.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about,
is
Merek.
he like near
He's
to
on
us?
the
Look,
top of the
what
amphitheater,
do you
he's
even
bolting
say,
off
right?
the side, running past you guys.
All right,
Okay,
let's
I'm gonna like
see
football
here.
side tackle him.
Okay, give me an agility check. Because I'm assuming that's the one you want to use for the grapple.
My only weakness. No, just kidding.
It's like, that's your strength.
Why do you always knock me over with your
I only got
rolls?
4.
Yeah, he got a natural 20.
Yeah, alright.
He
Well,
nimbly dodges out of Dadriel's way. And,
Oh no.
Stand up. Magic missile.
okay, roll it.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't stand up.
Percival.
Percival stands up.
Yeah.
I don't even get up.
This
Percival
is the
jumps
knives
up.
This is the knives and maces and spears flying out of his eyes and mouth again.
That's a 10.
Nope.
Gone.
Okay.
Once again, I want to reiterate how much I hate laser
I mean, I would
cats.
turn unholy, but he's not unholy, so.
You don't want to do anything?
Oh, I can't from that range.
Okay.
I could, like, I could throw a rock with a sling. I won't do that.
So Xavier charges off around the corner of Coffrin. You're thinking he's about to escape when he runs right smack dab into the form of Frederick's troll.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The troll basically picks him up by his head and lifts him and carries him back over to the amphitheater.
Nice.
James, I did not choose to have laser cats. Laser cats chose me.
They did. Laser Cat's too
Numbers
good.
happened.
Master.
Samberg.
And the troll peers out at Frederick, and Frederick goes,
Oh.
Brothers, I think we all know what we do to traitors and those who attempt to spy on us in this order. Those who wish to learn our secrets without being properly initiated.
Have
Those-
your eyes gouged out.
Those who wish to gather our secrets without being properly told them. They are executed,
Oh,
as
okay,
is
that's
Lauer's
fine too.
decree.
That's fine too.
And Xavier goes, No, please, look, we can make a deal. I can turn on the Vesperilla, yes, I can be a double turncoat. Unfortunately, my friend, that would mean you have lost all validity. And he nods, and the troll lifts lifts Xavier high into the air. He goes, no, and brings him crashing down and smashes him into a fine paste on the amphitheater floor.
Nice.
Yes. Yay!
That troll has done more work than all three of us combined.
Yeah.
First Justice as full members.
I think that troll gets session MVP.
Yeah.
Easily. Doesn't even have a name.
Doesn't even have a name.
You enlarged him. Dadriel,
We'll call him Enlargy.
Yeah. I enlarge people. I don't take the credit.
the fellow members cheer.
I don't
and they
want
go,
it.
"Yeah," and
Woo!
Frederick goes, all right,
Fanaticism.
settle down.
Down with traitors.
Lauer is appeased.
Down with the non-believer.
Now,
Best cultist
yes.
ever.